bottles of all finished. He grabbed his pen, plentiful wants to the keeper. Still not resolved, he grabbed a knife. Like his army of canvas, he cut in deep in his skull. He found his suffice with every drop of crimson red. To let go of all those secrets, all that shame. Secrets weighing down on my soul. After all this time, they begin to take their toll. Still, I say not a word and hold my silence, for fear of the resulting violence. Fearing to betray those I hold dear, I keep their secrets year after year, hidden out of sight in the corners of my mind. If you look hard enough, you'd be surprised at what you find. That's as it is for one and all. This is where the secrets fall.
As Oedipus steps out of the royal palace, a group of priests and the unhappy people seems to approach him. Wanting to know why the people have gathered outside the palace, Oedipus asks a
My subjects, why do you sit here and mourn? Why does it reek of incense everywhere? Everywhere there is sorrow and suffering. I, Oedipus, certainly personally came here to hear your problems. Come here, sir, as a spokesman of these people. Explain your mood and express your thoughts. You have my blessing and do not doubt that. I will be ruthless and heartless if I did not hear your petitions. So, sir,
Oedipus, as Supreme Lord and King, you see the plight of your people, although your palace altars is Sumasayan and Ayan. I know the great king is wise. Meanwhile, your subject crowd your marketplaces. You see yourself as our head of state. Our land is so troubled it can no longer recover the people's Our harvest and flocks are withering. The god of plague has come upon us with a blazing torch, and then left our city almost empty. Our city is filled with groans and tears. Oedipus, our king, we pray to you, help us, resurrect us, build our city on the rock. Everything that we have will be useless if the population continues to dwindle because of the plague.
my children, I know you all well and why you have come before me. I know your problems and needs. The pain that I feel because of your sufferings is far greater than yours. I grieve for all your sorrows. I have wept so many tears for you. I have sent Creon to consult the oracle how to save our country. It's our only hope. Creon is late, but I can do nothing but wait. I promise I will obey you once he gets back.
Creon arrives and asks Oedipus if he wishes to be told the result of the consultation with the Delphic oracle. Oedipus says that the people of Thebes has to hear what the oracle has said. Creon relates to everyone that whoever killed Deus is somewhere in Thebes. The plague will end only if that man is found and driven away from Thebes. Creon then proceeds to tell everyone how Deus was murdered. Deus was traveling to consult the oracle when he and his companions were attacked by a bunch of thieves. The Thebans were unable to find the murderer. Oedipus now decides that he himself must find the murderer, in order to save his people. The leader of the chorus suggests that he sent for Tiresias, and Oedipus replies that he already has.
Okay, why you call me in your presence? I need to know something. What misery it is to be wise? When wisdom profits nothing, what discomforts you? Why this gloomy mood? Let me go home. Do not prevent me from it. It is best if you bear your own burdens, and I mine. Who two birds even would keep the word of prophecy? Your words, O king, bear us no mark. Speak up if you know something, tell me. Yes, for you are all foolish. Not a voice will never reveal my miseries, or yours. Oh, what now? You know something, but you won't tell me. Can you destroy the state? I will not annoy my son, or you. Why ask? When you will learn nothing. Monster! Your silence is unbearable. Nothing can make you speak. You're testing my patience. How can I contain my irritation if you won't help me? Well, what will come will come. And I'll stay mute. Your duty is to tell me. I have no more to say. Scream and shout all you want. Yes, I'm curious. I'll speak my mind. Maybe you killed Laius and performed the crime. Really? Yes. Now, for you're such a fool. You are the polluter. You are the man. And the polluter of this land.
When Oedipus dares him to repeat what he has just said, Tiresias says that Oedipus himself performed the blood deed. Oedipus becomes enraged and hurls more insults at Tiresias and his fighters. But Tiresias replies that one day it will be Oedipus who will be receiving insults from Hades. More furious than ever, Oedipus accuses Tiresias of conspiring with Rhea to oust him, Oedipus from his throne. The chorus pleads calm, saying that it would be better to work at resolving the problem at hand.
So what? It seems that both the seer and thou. O Oedipus has spoken angry words. There is no time to wrong. But consult how we may best fulfill the order.
Tiresias, however, mockingly tells Oedipus that he does not even know the true identity of his real parents. Angered and yet wanting to know more, Oedipus demands that Tiresias tell him the truth about his parents.
Hey, you old man. Who are my parents?
You don't know who your real parents are.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Well, the murderer is a brother and father to his children, and son and husband to his mother.
What?
Oedipus then blames his brother-in-law Creon of the murder. Creon tells him to be reasonable. Oedipus then tells Nausicaa what Tiresias told him. She tells him that prophets never speak the truth. To prove